What's going on, YouTube? In today's video, we're going to be talking about a pretty sensitive subject in the sneaker community, and that's fake sneakers. But the purpose of this video is to educate you guys on how to spot fakes and how to know if your sneakers are all truly real or not. In today's video, we're going to be covering the 990 V6 Baklava, and I'm going to be telling you guys the certain key features and details that you can tell if your sneaker is fake or real.
Till the sun just won't rise and heaven's under eyes. I'm living to die for you, there ain't none after you.
Now, me personally, I don't like fake sneakers at all, especially fake New Balance. If somebody wants to go buy a fake Nike, then go ahead. Like, I'm sure the quality isn't that much different, fake to real. But for New Balance, you cannot replicate, especially the made models, you cannot replicate this type of passion and creativity and craftsmanship and materials and detail. It's impossible to replicate that in a sneaker. So I'm here to show you guys the key differences between the two shoes, real versus fake, and what to look out for. The number one thing when you're looking at a sneaker that I like, just based on looks, is the quality. Now, I've worn this shoe out like just for a walk one time, just to see like the main difference in comfort, because I feel like when you put a New Balance on, you can feel if it's a New Balance or not. The comfort and the quality is a key determinant on whether it's a real New Balance or a fake New Balance. And the comfort on these is terrible. This is the fake pair. These are awful. This is the best fake I could find. I bought these off of DHgate, I think. The comfort on these is awful. But somebody who's may never experienced the 990 V6 might not know that. So I guess you kind of just have to know what the comfort level is on a 990 to truly make that comparison, but it's not a comfortable shoe at all. You can tell this is cheap cushioning. It says it has end cap in it. It has all the writing on it. It says fuel cell, but this is the comfort on this is exactly what you would expect from a fake sneaker compared to the ever so comfortable 990 V6. Which I think is like the most pillowy comfort shoe you can buy. I love it. Now, these fakes are pretty good considering them being fake. Like, they have all the things that the real pair does. They have the New Balance logo on the bottom. They say their fuel cell. They say Baklava 990 V6. Like, they even say made in the USA, which is crazy. So it's kind of unreal that they could just copy and paste a sneaker and make it. I'm sure this has fooled a lot of people, which is the sad thing. So the best advice I can give you is just buy from a trusted website with authenticity guaranteed, like eBay, StockX, or GOAT. That's the only places I'll buy sneakers off the resale market. So just be careful. You can pretty much tell. Like, the untrained eye might not be able to tell if you're walking, but if I saw this on somebody's foot or even just a glimpse of it, I would be able to tell it's fake. And I think the biggest difference on these is the mesh. The mesh on these fake pair compared to the real pair is so much different. You can tell by just looking at it. The real pair has this beautiful woven in mesh with multiple layers to it, and you can tell it's quality and comfortable and breathable. And the other pair just looks like regular mesh that you would find at like a Hobby Lobby, and you could sew into something. Like, you can clearly tell that there's a drastic difference in these two. Right, you can tell. That's when I pulled these out of the box. That's the first thing I noticed was that mesh. It's also not as bright. All right, it's hard to get this bright color on it through that green mesh. You could just tell right off the bat this is a fake pair because of the mesh. It's more circle mesh as opposed to this woven in mesh. So that's the biggest key component in my opinion. Also, for this pair specifically, you could tell by the suede that it's fake. The suede is bad. It's duller. It doesn't look as lively. It does move when you rub your finger through it, which is pretty impressive. Not gonna lie, but you could tell it's definitely doesn't have the same texture and structure that a 990 should have if it were a real pair. The laces obviously are not real. Now, I'm sure if you got like a gray pair, they'd do a better job with the laces. But since these are the Baklava laces, they're thicker, they're not as long, they're not as thin. They don't look right. They look odd. Another key component that you can tell this is fake is the tongue. When you're looking at the tongue on the fake pair, the holes in the mesh are absurdly large. These are 100% not how they're supposed to be. If you look over at the plushness of the real pair, it has these small little holes, like these little dimples that you can barely even notice throughout the tongue. And then on the fake pair, it's terrible. Like, you can clearly tell that there's a difference between the two. Same thing goes for the back pull tab. The fake pair has these huge holes, and the real pair has these nice, simple, small, unnoticeable little dents in there. There are some things that are really good on this shoe. The bottoms are almost identical. It's a hard time telling which one's fake and which one's real. But I mean, once you take one look at the top, you could tell pretty easily. I mean, just from looks, the sneaker, the fake one just looks dull. It doesn't look right. And I hate the fact that some people might have bought this sneaker and they didn't realize it. It's sad, because I mean, I don't even know how much I paid. I probably paid like $50 for these, $400 for these. But in my opinion, that price differential is worth it, because this is a real authentic pair, and you're getting good value out of it. And this will probably, you can probably wear this like a few times and it's gonna start giving you problems, because it's a fake low quality sneaker. I mean, I'll give credit where credit's due. Like, they did an alright job with the color matching and the structure of the shoe. From a distance, you might be able to tell that it's, or at least think that it's real. But I take one look at the sneaker and I know it's fake. There's a lot of loose stitching on this fake sneaker. The main things to look for when you're going for a 990 is, one, the comfort. You'll be able to tell right off the bat if it's real or not by just putting it on. Same for all 990s. 990s are so distinct in their comfort, especially the V5 and the V4. You would be able to tell. And the insoles obviously is another key aspect. The insoles of these ones still say Baklava, New Balance. I've worn these probably a lot. I have worn these a lot. And then I've worn these once and the insole's already coming undone. So there's another key component. But like I said, it still says Baklava, it says 990 V6 on it. It's pretty interesting how they were able to replicate every little minute detail. My best advice is just to be very careful when you're buying sneakers on the resale market. Be sure to look in detail at the pictures if you're buying them online or if you're going in person. Like, this pair is quality. Like, you can tell, like, all this quality is just, it's slanted. The sneaker's not supposed to look like this. The toe box is terrible. This should not be all the way up here. It should be more right here, like this pair right here. Okay, this is a real pair. This is how it should look, and not all sloppy and slanted and italicized like this pair. The end just looks odd. It has too many divots and dents in it. It makes me I'm so mad looking at this sneaker. I'm gonna throw it away after this video. Another thing is how big this 990 logo is. It is not supposed to be that big, okay? There's in no world is a 990 logo that big. If you want to look at the two sneakers, look how small it's supposed to be and look how large it is here. The quality is obviously a problem in these sneakers, because they're not made in the United States like a 990 is. So this is actual craftsmanship and actual talent that goes into these sneakers, and these are just thrown together and at last second to make a quick couple sales, to get people's money that are either uneducated or they just don't care and they buy fake sneakers. Now, if you want to wear fake sneakers, go right ahead. Like, I'm not the authenticity police. I don't like the idea of fakes, especially for New Balance. I think New Balance is such a high valued brand, and they hold such a strong quality control, and the culture with New Balance only deserves you to wear real New Balance. I hate the idea of fake New Balance, because when you get a New Balance, the quality is off the charts. And it deserves to be like that. Like, when you buy a made model, you're buying it because it's high quality craftsmanship. It's what you pay for. You're getting what you pay for. Now, the resale market's different, obviously. If you're paying $400 for a sneaker, I don't know. But I just think fake sneakers are becoming less of a thing. I think more people buy real New Balances than they do fakes. I think it's different for other brands, but I don't see too many fake New Balances, and I don't think it's a real problem, like I said, because it is so hard to replicate a real New Balance. Like, you can tell this is fake, and if you buy off of StockX and you're worried about them being fake or real, I don't think there's such thing as a good fake New Balance, because New Balance's quality is so unique and the materials they use are so different that there's no way they'd be able to make a good fake. When I say good fake, I mean like a one of one. Like, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Like, You can do that with like other sneaker brands, but I think for New Balance, there's no way you can replicate this level of quality, especially in these made models. That's all I have to say for today's video. Just be careful, buy real New Balances. New Balance is a brand that deserves that. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are on fake sneakers, and if you've ever accidentally bought a pair or somebody tried to sell you a pair. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great day and keep rocking New Balance.